Space News 90. The news for today, many subjects discussed. Hello, thank you for being here with me once more. I hope you are very well today. This is Marie, with another edition of Space News. Welcome to my channel. This information can be seen as science fiction, or as the viewer sees best, and I post it for entertainment purposes only. Still, I take my information very seriously, and for whoever has eyes to see. I am writing this on the morning of July 11th, 2025. Watching Space News episodes 81 to 89 may be advisable to better understand what I am talking about. I have some very good news to start with. Our efforts to communicate with the rest of the Galactic Federation races which are observing us and everything that is happening on Earth has advanced, as no less than 15 of them have declared that they now understand what is happening, and why the Triad, Antares, Urmah, and Taygeta had no option but to move aggressively, including inside the Andromedan biosphere ship Viera. Those are by no means all the observing star races. Still, it is a great advance, even more so as they now openly accept we are the local Federation representatives, even if the area we control is only a small corner, space around Earth, and nowhere else in this solar system. Those 15 star races, whose names I choose not to mention yet, as they would only be a long list of meaningless names for most people, with a few exceptions. Being recognized by those star races also helps us validate that we have acted out of legality and have always followed strict space laws. Those races have offered their help, and for now all we have asked them to do is to see for themselves the state the Earth is in, and help us share what is happening to other star races, as most of them are still immersed, and still believe in the dubious local Saturn Federation propaganda. Taking into account their circumstances, there isn't much more that those star races can help with, but we will see as things roll on. Another piece of good news which is associated with this last one, is that the Andromedan High Council in the Viera has already declared that they fully understand the situation and why things happened as they did, and that we had no other option but to proceed using overwhelming force. They wish things didn't have to come to that, but they declared openly to the other observing star races that they understand and support us. They also stated that they needed some time to process what had happened before saying anything. For the time being, the Andromedan biosphere ship, Viera, will remain in high Earth orbit. And it is being repaired by their friends the Arcturians as you hear this, and who have also declared that they support us, the Triad. Moving on to another thing closer to Earth. We want you to know that the strange extreme weather events involving floods, specifically, that you have been experiencing over Mexico and some parts of the United States, are fully artificial. We know this as a fact because we have detected countless lines in the heavens that are produced by what you see on your screen over the affected areas and adjacent connected ones. I cannot be direct here. We have also detected 2 ships at sea exactly like the one we also saw close to the area of Valencia in Spain, when they also suffered a large flood recently. Both ships are equipped with a lot of antennas associated with something whose name sounds like a musical instrument that you play with your fingers, and that is associated with souls playing it while sitting on a cloud in heaven. One ship is on the side of the Pacific Ocean, beaming energy eastward, and the other was in the Gulf of Mexico, because it is the correct name, when the floods were occurring there in Mexico, while it beamed its energy westward. This ship is now located a few miles off the coast of Florida, in the Atlantic Ocean, moving slowly in a northeast direction. It is rather easy for us to see energy patterns from here, and we see this event as yet another direct attack against Mexico, and as for Texas and other southern states, It probably goes along those same lines, although I am not aware of any cabal motivation to attack them, other than probably the same one that applies to Mexico and the problem with immigrants. We have detected another ship like those two, entering the Bay of Bengal, east of Sri Lanka, moving north at a slow speed. So, beware of unusually large, strong monsoons and floods in the general area from Vietnam to India. Remember that this is only a possibility and a warning, as we cannot know what they are up to. We cannot discard more artificial floods occurring in Mexico, in the United States and elsewhere, and at this time, and honestly, there is little to nothing we can do from here to counter that, so please be careful out there. We are experimenting with wave frequency cancellation to counteract the ships with the thing that sounds like a musical instrument. We think it can cancel their transmission nearly completely or completely, yet we are still at an experimental stage. These are not the only strange events, as unusual things have been happening all over the globe, like bizarre dense fogs over Argentina, and a series of earthquakes in Central America, Guatemala specifically, and threats of others in Japan. The frontal boom sensors on the nose of our big ships can easily detect energetic and magnetic anomalies on the surface of a planet, and even under its crust. We also conclude that given the wave pattern that could be observed right before the earthquake, they most likely are also artificially triggered. Moving on to other things, the Taygetan High Council has reported that they have no new reports of missing people, particularly young females, in the last month or two, but unfortunately, and due to recent limitations, we haven't been able to find any more of our missing people. For now, and although this data cannot be precise, we have recovered around 65% of all the missing Taygetans we strongly suspect have been taken to Earth by the evil Cabal and its SSP. Antaria, on their side, also reports no missing people that can be attributed to kidnappings, only to other unrelated events. Unlike Taygeta, Antaria does keep an accurate registration of the whereabouts of its population, so it's easier for them to see when someone is missing. I have talked to the Taygetan High Council about this problem, and we have agreed that we will have to make a complete population census. It has not been done for quite some time. We haven't done so yet because the Taygetan High Council and I didn't want to be invasive with the citizens, yet we must have some way to know who is missing other than simple eyewitness, civilian reports. For this and other necessary functions, we are constructing a special building in Toleka City to house all that is necessary for the census and its data, as well as for protecting the civilian population. This will include a fast response system that anyone with a communicator can set off when in distress. This new building will be the tallest around. It is now at quite an advanced stage of construction, and we are very proud of it. It looks like a long twisted leaf, and it will be in 2 shades of green, very organic in design. Moving back to Earth, our rescue operations have slowed down a bit, as this week we could only recover 41 missing people, all fully human. We have also discovered that the recent storms and floods are being used to isolate and separate the young ones from their families, so they can make them disappear. Of the 41 rescued people this week, 24 of them were from the area of Texas and New Mexico, mostly near the Mexican border. All the rescues were conducted by our STAC craft flying night-only missions over the affected areas, despite the terrible weather. Our pilots have also reported having rescued more than 50 animals, mostly pets trapped on treetops and on the top of wrecked houses and floating debris, but also a couple of cows and some wildlife as well, like 2 opossums that were together. They simply take them to a safe spot that is not flooded, and they free them there. If you are wondering how they were all rescued, A small tractor beam was sometimes used, but usually, and for the smallest animals, the stack's co-pilot valiantly hangs himself from the open frontal ramp with a harness and grabs the animal in distress with his hands. No one asked them to do that, it is something that they decided to do on their own, and I thank them for it. All animals are people as well. Please always remember that, because we always do. It simply hurts so much that we cannot help them all, that we cannot keep them all. About the recent attacks coming from two of our supposed best friends, I choose not to answer their accusations, as those say a lot more about them than about me. Even so, I reserve the right to do so if I see it necessary in the future. I won't enter into a negative spiral with anyone. Right now, I'm focusing my energy on issues that affect the entire Lyrian human community. As always, I would like to thank all of you who are helping us with your donations. Although up here no one uses money, we all need it when operating directly on the surface of Earth. We are using your money very wisely. Mainly in operations against the Cabal. Thank you so very much, you are making quite a difference for countless people. A big hug, and I cannot thank you enough for supporting us. This will be all for today. As always, thank you for watching my video, and for liking, sharing, and subscribing for more. It helps this channel grow a lot. And I hope to see you here next time. With much love and appreciation, your friend, Marie.